Hi folks, your old friend Tom here, and today's title to this video is Tom's Blogger Nation and Vlogger Nation. And talking, give you an example. I just turned 63. It's 1:35 in the morning, so should have my butt in bed because I don't want to spend half the morning in bed tomorrow morning on my birthday. Any case, I waited till midnight because I had a picture of me that my wife took. It was an after picture. Before and after pictures of losing weight. It was the after picture where, I'm standing there with some old dungarees, blue jeans on, and, you're holding the front of it out and showing this big gap. Obviously, the blue jeans are too big to be of any use anymore. They just look ridiculous to try to put them on, especially since I went down 3 notches in my journey from 237 pounds to 197 pounds, which was 40 pounds. So I waited till midnight, like 2 minutes passed, and then I posted that picture, and I just said, my birthday to myself, I lost 40 pounds. And then was gonna just watch a couple YouTube videos just to wind down, but you know what? Why not make one? I was getting familiar again with how to make a YouTube video. You notice if you've ever seen any of my other YouTube videos, the quality was much better. There's reasons for that. This one's being shot by the camera that came with an older laptop. And there's reasons for that. But I have, in a very good shop, I have, desktop PC with a quad core and 8 gigs of RAM, and just took it to Windows 10, and it's going to handle my high-end webcam. Doesn't cost that much, but this is a really good one. It's a 1080p Logitech Carl Zeiss lens, and the quality will definitely be back once that happens, and it should be happening this week. And by the way, it's a very reasonable place. It's nothing like Best Buy. So, losing weight, and we're talking about things that any 63-year-old man should be concerned about. The 3 biggies, I'll call them. Number 1, are you still smoking? Yes, I am. That's a tough one. Number two, are you working out? No, I'm not. Not yet. That's important. And number three, um, are you overweight? And thank God that's one thing I've done right here in, almost midnight 2017 is I have lost 40 pounds. Due to a really good coach. In fact, just because I'm a man, this doesn't have to be directed at just men. That's most for sure. I mean, that's something we're all, men or women, are concerned about. Do we smoke? Are we overweight? And do we work out? If you don't need to work out to lose weight, why should you work out? Well, I'll give you a very good reason. Yesterday, here we are, Memorial Day weekend, finally mowed my lawn. That's pretty bad. You drive by we're in a fairly nice neighborhood. It's not a yuppie neighborhood, it's a working class neighborhood, but let's say it's a nice working class neighborhood. I mean, you got a couple yuppie looking places in our neighborhood, and the rest are nice homes, Neighbors probably really wondering about me. So I finally got that done, and just using a little push mower, going around trees. Sometimes you move and you're going straining to move around a tree or something. Just from the fact that I'd been sitting at this desk for the last 2 months, obsessively working on my business. I physically I've gone downhill, and because of that, thank God it was muscular. But speaking of my business, we had a Skype call last night, and there was something wrong with my stomach. And believe me, I never get sick. When I do get sick, I'm a real baby, because I just never get sick. And it was supposed to be a 1 hour call. It was 1.5 hours, and I certainly have no problem with that, because the more time I can get in with my coach, the better. But in the last half hour of that call, my stomach was hurting really bad, and my back was really hurting. And I said, oh dear God, I've made it to 63 without a bad back, And I said, dear God, please let this just be a muscular thing, straining a muscle from doing the lawn, and not taking care of, not getting some basic exercise in these last few months. I'll go back 3 years. I'm kind of wasting time here, and I've been told that, if you do a blog, it should be only about 6 minutes. or just a YouTube chat, just not a chat, chat's getting kind of a YouTube video. Chat's got a lot more meaning to it than it used to. It can mean a lot of things now. So before I retired, our maintenance man, not the kind of guy that buffs your floors, a maintenance man, kind of, he's got some engineering in him and stuff like that. He's talking about a physical he had. And he said, I said, how'd your physical go? And he said, well, the doctor told me 3 things, Tom. And I said, and he said, what 3 things do you think he told me to do? I said, well, you go ahead and tell me. And he said, number 1, quit smoking. Number 2, lose weight. Number 3, go to the gym. So we're talking about popular subjects here. The hard thing is we have a very hard time doing it on a consistent basis. Consistently. It's hard to do. But I paid a price for it, carrying around 40 extra pounds for about the first time in my entire life. Was always I was used to be a fitness nut, a triathlete, a martial artist. Boy, and I end up pulling a muscle in my back just mowing a lawn, and that hurt. I mean, I was just hoping and praying I hadn't thrown a disc out. And apparently I didn't, because the pain's back a bit tonight. But all day long I was much better in my back today after I ended up getting quite a bit of sleep. And I had some muscle relaxer. And when I woke up, all the back pain was gone. So, this is, it's a journey. It's worth talking about. I'd love to hear from you. We'll see if we can get some, if I can remember how to, put my email down there. Some people put their phone numbers. I don't know if I should put that out there. But I know one thing. We can't do this stuff on our own. Now some people can. Just a minute, I'm going to brighten the big 32-inch screen behind me because the lighting is such a problem with this old camera. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little sleepy here. Okay. And you don't have to be 63 to be getting something out of this. And as I said already, you don't have to be a male to be getting something out of this. Oh, so where am I at with this smoking? Well, the last time I quit was in 2007, and it was with Chantix, which is very expensive, but luckily for me, I got it free from the VA. And it is expensive, no doubt. I pity people who try to quit without it. I I did quit way back in the mid 80s with Nicorette gum. I didn't stay quit, of course, and when I quit with boy, it goes my mind. Senior moments. Oh boy. Let me go get the gum. The latest thing I'm using. When I quit with the lighting, oh, it's awful. When I quit with the Chantix in 2007, all I got was vivid dreams. And you might have heard some of the controversial things about Chantix and moods and suicidal thoughts and stuff like that you gotta watch out for. But it was like a miracle. I'll never forget it. You're supposed to go off, you're supposed to lose the desire to smoke in 8 days, on day 8. Well, that's silly to even try to tell how it'll work with different people on the same day. On day 30, I remember vividly that it was my usual break time to go have a cigarette, and I suddenly realized I did not want to have a cigarette. I had no desire to have a cigarette. I couldn't believe it. So, unfortunately, I didn't stay quit again. So, I do have the Chantix again. I've been taking it the whole time I was losing weight. I've not the whole time I was losing weight. For about the last month, I've been taking one Chantix a day because I've got some PTSD from Somalia. I got no PTSD from the first Gulf War. Nope, I never had a bad dream about it even. But I do have some from Somalia. And the VA put me on something called prazosin, which is an old blood pressure medication, which was not a good blood pressure medication, but they found that it was very good medication for nightmares. And they can give you a pretty liberal dose. They can give you up to 6 1-milligram pills a day. So what they have is they have given me 1 in the morning and 3 at night. Well, I better check that because I think I'm allowed to have 1 in the afternoon too, which is 5. I did try 4 at night once, but it is a blood pressure medication. Like I said, not a real good one. But I noticed when I took 4 at once and in the night, when I got up in the middle of the night to pee, the blood pressure had dropped too much, and I was stumbling around, almost falling. And when I finally made it to the toilet, I had to sit, just to urinate. So I said, I think 3 is about as much as I can take. Fortunately, with the Chantix, with the Prazosin, not only do I not have PTSD dreams, I don't even have nightmares. I don't even have vivid dreams. I just have dreams. Not always the greatest, but they're usually just fine. So, when I went from 1 Chantix to 2 a day, I was very pleased that the dreams stayed the same. Okay. But I did notice during my waking hours that I was getting depressed. Sometimes almost suicidally depressed. But we're only talking a week here. Is the day I came to the 40-pound weight loss about 10 days, exactly 10 days actually, before I reached my 63rd birthday today. And as soon as I got that 40 pounds, I went to 2 Chantix a day. To quit smoking right away. And God, I'm being boring today, aren't I? Yeah, I started getting depressed. Really depressed. I said, shoot, man. So right now I'm back to 1, and I'm going to get back to the gym. I love endorphins. The endorphins I get from cardiovascular workout. So I'm going to do some resistance training, work the muscles. But mostly I'm going to do cardiovascular. You get those endorphins, and I think endorphins are the best antidepressant there can possibly be. And then I am going to try the 2 Chantix again, because I'm really not convinced that the 2 Chantix had anything to do with the depression. I think the depression might have been is that, for work, I'm retired, but I'm trying to bring in extra money through internet marketing, and it's all good. It's good stuff, but I got so obsessed with it over 2 months, um, and had some setbacks, going through different programs that didn't turn out to be good ones or ethical ones, and finally settled on a good one. But I had, as I said, all that sitting and not working out and staying up too late, getting up too late in the morning, well, let's say the afternoon. It just wasn't good for me. So I'm going to be good to myself, and then, work out, and then go back on the two shanties. So, I probably have, okay, it says it's still recording. I probably have tried to bite off more than I can chew in this blog, or just call it a YouTube video to you today, my friends. But these are big things, I just gave you a little idea that, just like everybody else, money's always an issue. Working out is always an issue. It's something just about everybody knows they should be doing. Keeping the weight where it should be is something that just about everybody knows. And of course, people have been so aware about smoking for so long now that it's crazy to be smoking. It's just crazy. So, I'll get back to you. I'm going to focus on getting to bed at a reasonable hour, getting up at a reasonable hour, working out, working around the house. Still need to open up my pool, etc., etc., and then leave the late afternoons and early evenings to work my little business. And you'd think I wasn't married with that type of thing, because it's like, what happens to your early evenings? Well, yes, I gotta stop, and my wife still works, and I'm trying to retire her. I retired at 60, and military and federal civilian, and I'm trying to retire her, and that's why I'm looking into money. But all of us are looking for ways to make extra money, aren't we? I mean, I know I am. But anyway, yes, since I don't work, yes, I should have the house cleaned up. I should have the lawn mowed. I should have the pool open. My wife should not have to worry about a sink full of dirty dishes. It's just not fair. Her working at all is just not fair. I've picked up a couple of part-time jobs over the last 3 years, but then I realized that's not going to help her. It's not going to mean she doesn't have to work, because you got a retiree taking up a part-time job. That's not going to be enough to get her to retire. And even if you do, then you're working. The idea is to both be retired. So, there we have it. Making a living, and then your quality of life. Quality of life, Lose weight, get in shape, quit smoking. Doesn't sound like much, but oh, do we struggle with it. And that's why I'm going to at least leave my email address. I know it'd be better to leave my phone number, but I gotta really think about that one, Anyhow, folks, I am pretty tired. I was pretty sick last night. My stomach was not good at all, and it just seemed like, put my hand on my stomach and put my hand on my back, and between the two of them, they were just going crazy. Back hurt like hell, and my stomach, the stomach has not hurt at all since I've been on this diet. And I was waking up, puking into the trash can all night. And it was awful. Fortunately, my wife was seeing her grandson, our grandson, and our daughter and her husband all day, and that meant that I could sleep all day, because I was pretty sick. And thank God I was able to get some of the food in me, the food that I purchased for this diet plan. And you don't have to keep using the food once you succeed and make your goal. That's where my coach teaches me how to, go back to supermarket food without blowing your weight loss goal. By the way, on the losing weight, if, like me, you have really given up, and if, like me, you really need the ultimate coach for just the most unbelievable support you could think of. You can ask me in an email who my coach is. Now, the program I used was a high ticket program. In other words, plain old expensive. But you only use it for those few months until you hit your weight goal. 10 pounds a month is normal, you know. But she is unbelievable. I did read, after I had joined, actually, I did read some reviews in Google, and some people in that program using it complained that they didn't have very good coaches. And I said, man, with the amount of money that thing costs, there's no way I would continue with it if I didn't have a good coach. She happens to be a very, very good one. And if you're convinced that you're just not going to succeed, I would really, really recommend her. And I won't make one dime by referring you to her. Not a dime. I won't take a penny from her for referring you. She's that good, but the only way that you can convince people you really mean it is if there's no money, there's nothing in it for me. Okay? So, my big thing is smoking, more so than the dieting. Even though I was convinced I'd never really lose weight anyway. But if your thing is the dieting, I got the coach for you. And in fact, I'm doing my last month's order of their food in the next couple days. And after that, she teaches me what kind of supermarket food to get in order to keep from blowing, my weight goal and gaining weight again. Okay, guys, well, I think I'm a lot more tired than I thought I would be, and talk pretty slow, but excuse me. But you know what? Excuse me. Practice makes perfect. My next video will be shorter, sweeter, better quality, and most of all, I'll be rested. And I'll be talking a little faster. But I'd love to hear some feedback. And please, I'm not going to beg you to hit like and to subscribe. I'd love that, sure. But what I'd really like to see is comments. Like, even if they're bad, just be truthful. If you take a minute and do a comment, that'd be great. So how many minutes have I been talking to you folks? I'm about to let you go here. Oh yeah, 39 minutes. That's long. So sorry, guys. I don't know if many people will really watch this, except that it's going to be pretty high-ranked video, because I've got a very good coach on this end of on the internet marketing stuff, and he taught me how to make your video rank high. Okay, so thanks so much. See you next time, and here's to a better quality of life. Better quality of life for all of us. And may God bless us all. Okay, guys. Take care now. Bye-bye.